Holy shit, lads and lasses. What's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. We just had to jump on quickly. I was doing a watch along for the Poland game. But the news is broken that Cristiano Ronaldo has been let go by Manchester United, guys. During that game, it's come out. He's been sacked off by Manchester United. It's a mutual termination. And Cristiano Ronaldo's end at Manchester United ends in, let's face it, a bit of turmoil, a bit of a disgrace in a way with that interview and stuff. And he's left Manchester United in the position where they've had to get rid, guys. He's undermined the manager. He's undermined the players. He's undermined pretty much everybody currently working with him at Manchester United, more or less, apart from a handful of people. And so therefore his position was pretty much untenable. He's forced his way out of the football club here. And you know what? It's absolute shithousery from Cristiano Ronaldo, in all fairness, this whole incident, this whole situation. He's forced us into mutually terminating the deal. What are Man United going to do? Have a one-away player sat on the bench until the end of the season on 500 grand a week or whatever it is and all that guff? Having a negative influence around the gaff? Doing interviews every other week with Piers Morgan, probably until then. He's basically forced this situation, and it's actually kind of a disgrace when you add an asset, a player like Cristiano Ronaldo at the club, being paid £500,000 a week, man, and he can't even get himself up for playing for this team. It's kind of a disgrace, man. But either way, I love Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a great player for this football club, but it's ended in disgrace. Man United had to take these measures to get rid of him and terminate the deal. So this is what the statement from Manchester United Football Club reads. By the way, everyone, at the start of this show, please do us a massive favour, actually, and smash that like button on it. Give it a huge thumbs up. Help us get to 100 likes on this stream. Drop a like and all that jazz. Get yourself subscribed if you're new to the channel as well, and get yourself involved in the chat throughout. We're going to have a big Q&A at the end in regards to Ronaldo and etc. as well. So get your thoughts and opinions in throughout the show. We will be dipping in and out. But the statement from Manchester United reads as follows. Thank you very much, WH and Bucky and everyone else as well. It says, Cristiano Ronaldo is set to leave Manchester United by mutual agreement with immediate effect. The club thanks him for his immense contribution across 2 spells at Old Trafford, scoring 145 goals in 346 appearances, and wishes him and his family well for the future. Everyone at Manchester United remains focused on continuing the team's progress under Erik ten Hag and working together to deliver success on the pitch. So a little bit of a dig there at the end because, you know, obviously he's not somebody that's prepared to remain and be focused and on the team's progress and work with Erik ten Hag. I think this had to be done by Manchester United. It's a horrible move by Cristiano Ronaldo doing a big interview like that with Piers Morgan, slagging off the players, slagging off the manager, and it's left Man United with no other alternative really but to let him go. So I'm concerned about this because he's a great player still. Well, I think we're better off without him, and I think this means we'll definitely go out there in the January transfer window and sign a new boss forward or a goal scorer, somebody, maybe even a couple, because that's what we need. So Cristiano Ronaldo is probably not going to be, I don't know. I don't think he's going to be staying around in the UK and in England in the Premier League. But the thing is, if Manchester United have mutually terminated a deal with this guy, I guess that means that he's open and allowed and free to join any other football club that he wants now for any deal that he wants. So essentially what Manchester United have done is lose a really good player who was a shirt seller and all that and a needle mover, and they just let him go for nothing now because this guy's got way too fucking prima donna and thrown his toys out the pan, pretty much is what's happened. So Cristiano Ronaldo, no longer a United player, let go by mutual termination. It leaves Ronaldo open to go and join whichever damn club that he wants to go and join, I suppose. Let's hope it's not those shithouses Chelsea or somebody in the Premier League. Hopefully, if he is going to go, he's got a little bit about him to not stick around for one of our rivals. So if it does happen, I will consider him dead to me. But if he goes to, you know, Sporting or Napoli or someone like that, then I can understand the fit. And he's got to that point now in his career where he needs to be like he still needs to be the big bollocks. He's got that ego. He's got to be numero uno, the main man. And if he's not that, which he's not under Erik ten Hag, then he's not happy. And when he's not happy, he doesn't give it his all. He's not motivated. He said himself. That's not my words. He said himself in that Piers Morgan interview, motivation has been an issue because he needs to be happy and all this stuff. Well, we don't need players like that around the place. We don't need players that, when called upon, whether it's from the bench for 2 minutes, 20, 90, whatever, we don't need players to refuse to come on. We don't need players to go off in a strop. So Ronaldo, as much as I love him and as much as this Man United statement is true, that they thank him for his immense contribution across 2 spells at Old Trafford, as much as that's true, he's ended in a cloud of smoke here and a little bit of a disgrace, if you ask me. So Ronaldo, not a team player for Manchester United this season. He'll go elsewhere now, probably Sporting. I don't know. Let's ask the live chat. Guys, where do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will end up next? He's free to sign for somebody else. I mean, we don't know if there's any stipulation or clause in there from Manchester United or just a gentleman's agreement. Maybe they've said to Ronaldo, look, we'll let you go. We'll mutually terminate the contract. You can go and sign for whoever you want, just nobody in the Premier League. And hopefully he'll honour that. Maybe there's some sort of a stipulation or a clause in there. That would not surprise me at all. But he is now free to join a different football club. Shitty says Night Whisper. Imagine if he joined Manchester City. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen with Haaland there now, but the prospect of Ronaldo and Haaland at the club, don't even want to think about it. Liverpool, said Josh, they're not going to happen. Surely we wouldn't let him go just to go and sign for another team in the Premier League. Ulf thinks Chelsea. America, says KK. He won't go. He won't go to America because it's just a shithouse Mickey Mouse league, bro. And he's looking for legacy. He's looking for, you know, the ability to win things and challenge for things. And he wants to add to his Champions League tally as well, remember. He's definitely not going to go to a Mickey Mouse MLS league, no chance. But maybe the French league, maybe if PSG came a knock-in or something ridiculous, if they sold Neymar or, you know, who knows. Maybe Bayern Munich if they really wanted to look at somebody, if Ronaldo's not prepared to, or if he's prepared to pay for less money, then I think it's quite realistic you could see him maybe going to somewhere like that. But that's the best case scenario for Ronaldo. The most realistic thing here is he's just swapped one of the biggest clubs in England, Manchester United, for, okay, one of the biggest clubs in Portugal in Sporting, let's say. But Sporting are not going to compete for Champions League trophies. So he just wants to be happy. He just wants to be comfortable. He wants to be the main guy. And his ego has definitely got the better of him this season at Manchester United. I think he should have just been professional, kept his head down, and tried to force his way back into the team and make his position in the side undeniable for Ten Hag. It's not that long ago that Ten Hag has given this guy the captain's armband to lead Manchester United out. So the fact that just a short spell after that, Ronaldo's sitting down with Piers Morgan, they've done this interview, they're releasing these interviews together. It's a disgrace, man, honestly. That whole thing was a disgrace. He got what he wanted. He really has got what he wanted, Cristiano Ronaldo. But one thing I would say to Ronaldo, not that he's listening, but one thing I would say is that the grass is not always greener on the other side. He has got a bit older now. So what happens if he goes to a football club and it doesn't all work out perfectly for him just like he wants, and then he gets, I don't know, put on the bench there, or, you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows at 37 years of age as a player. So he's got to earn his place. That's why I think he'll probably end up at Sporting, because Sporting's the sort of club there Ronaldo could still be an elite player for them until he's 40. So maybe he will just go to Sporting, be happy playing in the Champions League group stage and, you know, trying to challenge for that Portuguese league title, and he'll be happy and content doing that. Maybe that's what he wants. I think it's the most likely for him to end up there, but I'm disappointed the way it's finished here. We shouldn't have had to have done this. He should have just gone in the summer, but he has got his way. He knew what that interview would do. It's very clever from him. You can't publicly criticize your manager and your teammates like that without there being serious repercussions. So it's a dirty move by Ronaldo because he was contracted and he had a certain length of time which he had to honour, and now he doesn't have to honour that because he's been let go for free because of the unspeakable things that he said about the current manager. So we've got a statement as well, or a start of a statement here from Cristiano Ronaldo, which I'm just going to read out to you as well, guys. So Cristiano Ronaldo's statement on this, he says, following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United and I love the fans. That will never ever change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. He went on to say, I wish the team every success for the remainder of the season and for the future. So Ronaldo's gone. He's saying it how it is there. But, I mean, he says he loves the fans. He loves Manchester United. But if he truly loved Manchester United, guys, he wouldn't be treating Manchester United like this and bailing out on us midway through the season. Let's be honest. So Ronaldo, unfortunately, has done himself no favours with the United fan base here. If what he'd said in that interview had just stopped at that whole Glazers out bollocks and the infrastructure issues and the lack of investment, all that kind of stuff, we'd have been happy. But because he's done the dirty on the manager and the players, there's no coming back from that. So Cristiano Ronaldo is made his bed. He's lying in it now, and he's got what he wanted. He's got what he wanted, my friends. Very strange, guys. Very, very strange anyway. So Ronaldo set to leave by mutual agreement with immediate effect, which means that as of right now, Cristiano Ronaldo is not a Manchester United player, and he will be allowed to go and sign for somebody else, which I'm sure will happen after the World Cup now. He's with Portugal. He's focused on the World Cup, and he's probably not even really having any negotiations or discussions with other teams right now, apart from maybe the odd small conversation, his agent, etc., maybe doing that stuff, of course, but he'll be focused on Portugal in the World Cup. And after the World Cup, he'll probably sign for a new team. Let's hope it's not one in the Premier League. That's all I'm going to say, because that would be absolutely catastrophic. We got a report here from Samuel Luckhurst that says that Ronaldo had to go after voicing accusations and no respect for Ten Hag. Man United did not betray him, he betrayed them. A shame it ended the way it did, but that's on Ronaldo. Fans will still fondly remember 7 great seasons, but United players, many will have seen in their lifetime. Right, so great player, but as that's just said, he has publicly betrayed Ten Hag and the players, which means that he just couldn't stick around. Yeah, very, very disappointing news and disappointing from Ronaldo in general, but we knew it was coming after that interview. It was definitely going to happen that Ronaldo was going to be let go, I think. So Ronaldo, he has unfortunately shat the bed at Manchester United, guys, and the statements that come out from the club and him, and he's no longer a United player. There you go. Right, do us a favour, everybody. Smash that like button on the video if you haven't done so. Drop a thumbs up on it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done so, and get yourself in here with your thoughts and opinions. You can have your say in the chat. We're just going to get into a Q&A in regards to this situation for a few minutes, guys, and see what you guys are saying. Thank you, Carlos Solis. Love you too, bro. The truth hurts us, Stuart. Well, no, the truth hurts in the sense that the truth about the club is honest and open and everything. But the personal issues he have with Ten Hag should not be aired publicly, mate. That's just not something that should come out. There's always disagreements and managers and players who are not getting on. But you don't hold an interview with Piers Morgan and expose that to the world. That is a big issue. Ronaldo's betrayed Manchester United in that sense. What a lot of he said is true, but you cannot do that. Yeah, Rushmano says Ronaldo created this to get his moves. Simple, says Rushmano. Carlos says Ronaldo to PSG sounds feasible. Well, they like a prima donna ego bag over there, don't they? He would fit in well. And if you're PSG, if you're trying to get everybody watching your product, what better way to do that than to have the likes of Messi and Ronaldo playing in the same team? It's also feasible that Messi would go to Barcelona one day again. They've said they've got some interest in him, so maybe that leaves a door open for Ronaldo there. There was talks of Mbappe obviously having issues. Mbappe doesn't want to be at PSG, all that stuff. Neymar, they were even talking about trying to maybe sell on in the summer. So who knows? If they did move on one of those big players, I could see a universe where Ronaldo ends up at PSG, to be fair, but it's unlikely. That interview was disgraceful, says Orlando Arellano. Is Ronaldo a legend to me, says Cambe. He's definitely a legend, man. He won the Ballon d'Or while he was at Manchester United. His previous spell is a legend. In this spell, he's tarnished his reputation a little bit with this season. Last season, he was just as much a legend. He was scoring goals for us. He was committed. But this season, with no Champions League, his heart and his head has not been in it. And when both of them are not in it, that's a big problem. So, I mean, he's tarnished his legacy a little bit at Manchester United. Of course he has, because he's ended in disgrace. But if you ask me, yes, he's still a legend of this football club because of his contributions in the past to us. He's done some amazing things for this football club, but he has let us down this season, and he's just hung us out to dry, I think, and just wants to go. What a boring game of football, says Barbara Fay. Mexico v Poland. Yeah, that's finished 0-0. We didn't miss anything by hanging on with that one, did we? Absolutely disgusting game. The big guy says if clubs are being and thinking realistic, they won't touch this guy. So true. If you're one of those big clubs, do you want this ego who's throwing their weight around massively like no player before, conducting interviews with scumbag journalists and exposing all your club and your players and your management? I don't think you do. So if you are one of these other clubs looking at maybe bringing Cristiano Ronaldo in, you're probably thinking about, let's be honest, you're probably thinking maybe it's too much trouble than it's worth. Now, he was on £500,000 a week at Manchester United. It's not about the money for Ronaldo, which is why he's happy to go. I'm sure Manchester United haven't paid anything here. It's a mutual termination, so he's agreed to just end things as they are. He's open to signing for another club. He won't get $500,000, but it's not about the money to him. He could go and sign for Sporting now for, $200K a week, I suppose, and be happy. If that's what he wants, good luck to him. But for Man United, clearly this is a good move in the end. Should have gone in the summer, really, after wanting to go. Manchester United, we've tried, but Ten Hag's got a different style about him, and it's not a style that panders to the needs of a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. at his age. He's not that player that's just a ridiculous match winner for this season for us. Last season, yes, but it's not like Ten Hag's unreasonable for not selecting Ronaldo like he has done based on Ronaldo's performances. So I think Ronaldo definitely deserves the punishments that he's had from Ten Hag, i.e. being benched sometimes. Also, the suspension for a few days, which Ronaldo said he had a big problem with in that interview with Piers Morgan. I didn't have a problem with that. He's literally left that Spurs game early when we're celebrating a victory against some rivals, and this guy's leaving early in a big petulance, making it all about him. It was a disgrace. I personally don't think we need a new manager, Bradley. He says Man United needs new management. When we need new management upstairs, when you're talking about, it'd be lovely to have a proper football director in there, somebody like, Edwin van der Sar, some proper people in there. But in terms of the actual manager, I don't think we need a new manager because he's only just started. He's shown glimpses of improvement. He's got certain players playing well. I think he has done really wonders for a lot of players at the club. If you look at like how Rashford and Luke Shaw are playing, his signings are doing well. He's shown great glimpses of good stuff, and he's no nonsense. He's got a good old school attitude, which I like. Ronaldo doesn't want that. He wants to be mollycoddled. He wants to be wrapped up in cotton wool. He wants to be told he's the best and the best. He wants to be massaged, and he wants to have his ego massaged constantly, I think. And if he's happy and if that's all being massaged the way he wants, he'll be happy and he'll score you a lot of goals. But if not, then he's a prima donna, and that's what's happened here. I love Ronaldo. What a player. His history at Manchester United is undeniable. What a player. And his history at Real Madrid is undeniable. One of the greatest careers you're ever likely to see in football. But nobody, and I mean nobody, is bigger than Manchester United Football Club. Certainly nobody's bigger than the team, and nobody can undermine the manager like Ronaldo did. So, see you later on, Cristiano Ronaldo. The end of an era has come. It was a dream getting Ronaldo back last season, and he did have a good season. But the dream soon turned into a nightmare with hot sweats where we've woken up feeling like we're falling. And that is not what you need from somebody who's such a legend in the club. When they're not helping your team anymore, they're hindering them. So Ronaldo was quite happy to put the boot in, criticise the management, which is obviously going to cause friction in the dressing room. It's obviously going to cause issues. Ten Hag's position's very, very tough with that one. So that's the outcome. See you later on. He's had to go. Oh, Johnny M says, Piers Morgan, what will he say tonight? Absolutely, what a scumbag, mate. United must get a new chef first, says Barbara Fay. Who should replace Ten Hag? Well, we shouldn't be replacing Ten Hag at the moment because Ten Hag's neither proved himself fully yet or disproved himself. He's not failed at Manchester United yet because he's only just begun. It's been a few months. I'm all about exposing the Glazer shithouse ownership and the bullshit hierarchy and the wanky bankers that we've had at the football club making football decisions. I'm all about that and the lack of facilities and the lack of investment and the structure. But I can't get behind something that's going to affect the players, something that's going to affect your teammates. That's the problem. So, Ronaldo's, he's had a mare. Exactly, Cake It Out. When you cross the boss, this happens. I'm glad Manchester United have done it because no player is bigger than the club. I thought Manchester United would probably wait maybe until after the World Cup to do this, but they've done it during the World Cup. Ronaldo and them obviously been speaking. They've reached an agreement to mutually terminate. He put all of his cards on the table and he's forced Manchester United's hand here. So he's got what he wants. Time to clear his locker out. Yeah, definitely cool ruler. Mikhail says he should have been sacked off straight after the Spurs game when he was made captain. I called it out there and then it's a mess. That was pretty poor, I guess, the fact that he was made a captain after that. But I think that was an attempt by Ten Hag to try and reconcile things a little bit with Ronaldo and say, look, you do mean something to me in this team. I'm giving you the armband out there because Bruno was out or whatever, and we need you to lead because you're a leader. And we want you and you're part of the team. You're the captain. Lead us out to victory. I think he was trying to bring Ronaldo back after that incident with Spurs where the relationship's fallen down. So I think that it was an attempt by Ten Hag to try and salvage things with Ronaldo, but Ronaldo spit it back in his face, man, ultimately. Sherry says it's a disgrace Ronaldo has given us absolutely moments, goals to die for. He absolutely has. He's done unbelievable things. He's done unbelievable things for this club, but you cannot treat the manager and the players around you like that. Oh, there you go. Throw his shit out on the street, says Orlando Arellano. Guys, we're 7 likes away from 100 likes. Smash the like button. Also, give this a share around. The tweet is pinned to the top of the live chat. Give it a retweet if you want to help out the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Get your thoughts in there. We're having a Q&A for a good few minutes, guys, so get your thoughts and opinions in here. Everyone's been smashing Glazers to pieces, but when Ronaldo speaks out, wow, says Sharif88. Yep, well, the Glazers are awful owners and they need to go, and what Ronaldo said about them is absolutely spot on. But look, you can't attack your fellow teammates, buddy. You cannot attack your manager. You cannot say, I don't respect my manager because he doesn't respect me. It's petulance. It's bullshit. It shouldn't even be happening, mate. That should not be a conversation that is had in public. Those things happen. You think all these incidents over the years, how many managers have fallen out with players? Those things need to be conducted behind the scenes. That's how men conduct their business. Don't go on some absolute scummy, Weasley, Arsenal-looking scumbag journos bloody show and expose things behind the back. That's the problem. Ronaldo has not acted like a man in this position, if you ask me. In some ways, it's very refreshing to see him talking about the openness and everything, and he's an open book. But he shouldn't have been an open book on a couple of topics. I think it's poor what he's done. Thrown his toys right at the pram, quitting Manchester United. He's quit. He's straight up quit. New contract for Slabby, says Piggy Mega Fan. God, no. Amen. Thank you, Johnny. We need a proper strike on a good midfielder and we'll be good to go, says Cool Ruler. So, great comment you made there. I think that leaves the door open now for Manchester United to go and sign a striker. Or maybe even two in the January transfer window. Guys, let us know who you would like to see come in. So there's a good few candidates, isn't there? There's people like Blahovic, Mitrovic, Tony, although Tony's just been done for all these betting fixing bollocks, so probably not him. But, you know, there's a couple of people who stand out. Mitrovic is somebody I would like to see come in. Sesko, says Farabi Fuad. Gakpo. Now, Gakpo is a great option there. Good shout, Rajat. So, Cody Gakpo, get him in. Showing great prospects. Showing he's only 23, scoring goals. Natural goal scorer. He's got those Dutch vibes with Ten Hag. Definitely, Cody Gakpo is a no-brainer. I agree with you, Baker. If we could end up with Gakpo and Mitrovic, we'd be okay. We'd be okay the rest of the season. Zlatan, says Mickey Lund. Put Slabby up front, says Barbara Faye. Ronnie says Ten Hag ball can get going now. I'm shocked the club acted this quickly. Yeah, I am a little bit as well, but fair play to him for doing it. I think it's the right decision so we can move on and so we can start planning for January as well. And everybody's on the same page now, more or less. I mean, there's a couple of melters around, but everyone's on the same page. Certainly, there isn't going to be that friction and that divide in the dressing room without Ronaldo being here. And I must say, I bet there's a lot of players, never mind Ten Hag, but there's a lot of players at Manchester United now, based on what Ronaldo did in that interview and said, particularly some of the young players at the football club, that are probably quite happy Ronaldo's gone. There'll be a lot of players not happy Ronaldo's gone, but certainly there will be a lot of players that are happy that he's gone, yeah. Big up the boss, he says, imagine if Ronaldo joined us, you'll never walk alone. Yeah, no, that would be absolutely gash the boss. That's it. If he goes and joins a rival, I could see him maybe Chelsea being a good prospect for him. If Chelsea actually wanted him and there's no stipulation or clause from Manchester United to deny going to another Premier League team, because they may have said, we will agree to a mutual termination, but you have to sign this that says you can't sign for a rival in the Premier League or something. If that was to be the case, then that's okay. But I think Chelsea's probably the most likely Premier League team that he would probably sign for, just based on, you know, who you know, it just makes sense, doesn't it? So let's have a look. Rio Ferdinand says, I think both parties will be delighted now. He obviously did that interview with the mindset that he wanted to get out the football club. But I also think Ten Hag will be very happy too. I think so too, yeah. I mean, now we can move on. We've got a new fresh page to write our history with in the future. Ronaldo's gone. He's going to probably go to a Champions League football team, obviously now, and play his Champions League football. So, yes, there's going to be no money paid for Ronaldo, just to clarify. The Telegraph reporting that James Ducker confirms there will be no payout for Ronaldo. He was earning £500,000 a week on a contract that was running until the end of the season. I mean, you've got to say, Cristiano Ronaldo is definitely not a man of materialism in that sense, is he? Because he's turning down £500,000 a week. He's got all the money in the world. You know, he's got hundreds of millions in the bank. His businesses outside of football generate him hundreds of, who knows, millions and millions, who knows, generate him a shitload of money. So it's not really about the money for him, but he's prepared to turn down £500,000 a week in order to go and play for somebody else for probably half that. But he is super, super well off. And when you get that much money, you've got fuck you money, don't you? Where you can just say, fuck you, I'm going to go and do what I want, because he's already got enough money. So that's what it's down to. You can't really fault his fibre of his character and his being, because he's set his stall out. He knows what he wants, and he's gone and got that, and he's prepared to talk about it openly. But I can criticise how he's done it. I can criticise what he said, but you can't really criticise his motives or his ethics. He feels like he wants out the club. It's a Europa League club. He wants Champions League. Ten Hag's not treating him how he wants. So he's basically made the decision for everybody himself. He's picked up his ball and he's gone home. That's really what's going on with this. Thank you, Fire Up. He says subscribe to the channel. Cheers, Fire Up. Yeah, dudes, if you guys are new to the show, then make sure you smash that like button on the video and hit the subscribe and get your thoughts in there while we cover this topic. There you go, Mickey Lunn says, I'm poor, but I've always done my own thing. Well, I respect that. Yep. Harrison Omar says, honesty sad for the club that gets him because honesty's a heat magnet in the locker room. There you go. He will cause frictions. He will cause issues. Bradley says, United moved quick on getting rid of Ronaldo, yet we're slow at transfers. The Glazers drag things out on purpose. Time to get them out, pig. If only we could get those Glazer shithouses out, mate. That's the dream. Then we could really start to move on as a football club. Look at what Newcastle effect have had since they got owners who invest. And I'm not saying that, you know, from a morals point of view, that makes sense for Newcastle, because I don't think it does. But from a money point of view, from an investment point of view, they've gone from having Mike Ashley to having owners that are prepared to invest. Now look at them in a short space. They're in the right trajectory, right direction. Man United need new owners to take us out of this Glazer era and into a new era. Who would want him, says Duncan? Well, Sporting would want him, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? Thank you very much. Andrew Gasser says, love you, pig. I always follow your United news. I don't want him at Arsenal. We went through this with Ozil. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to go to Arsenal either, mate, to be honest, Andrew. Don't worry about that. No, but fair enough. I feel you. I don't think Arsenal would want Ronaldo right now. He would be a bad fit for them. He'd just do the same sort of guff and upset things just like he has at United this season. Yep, Ronaldo did get really sent off in 2006. Absolutely. Such a joke, says Ballon d'Or. Chelsea bound, says Mark Egan. If he does go to a Premier side, that's the side I see. But if I was Man United, I'd only agree to let him go if he signs a bit of paper that says he will not sign for a Premier League team. Rush Mano, thank you for the £10 super chat. We can't say this anymore. Guys, let's get a couple of Sues in there for the last time. I'm going to get rid of this emoji because of that twat. Let's get some Sues in there. I'm going to get rid of that emoji, mate. But Rush Mano, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, club moved quick for once and didn't drag this on. Time for a new striker. Thank you, Rushmano. Agreed, they did actually do really well on this because we didn't want it going non-stop. You know, we didn't want this going on for a dragging out for the whole World Cup and all that kind of stuff. We don't know where we're at. Now we know we've got just over a month to plan when the window opens in January to plan to sign a new beast striker in there. So they can work on that. Also, when the team comes back on from the World Cup, we know that we're going to be all pulling in the same direction. It's going to be good for the team. Get skulls emoji, says Dinashem Pilau. Yeah, I like your style. Who do you think will be the next club for Ronaldo now? I think Real Madrid will sign Ronaldo in January window. Well, they can sign him anytime, Eugene McGeever. Not even necessarily in January, but it'll probably just be when back from the World Cup. So it'll be around that time he signs for a new club, to be fair. But yes, he's a free agent now, so he can sign for anybody anytime. I don't think Real Madrid will have him back, mate. Honestly, don't. But who knows? You could be right. You could be right. It's the same with Pogba, says Chris Scragg. Yeah, last in my life, says Night Whisper. Let's sign to Ketelaere, says Mahaste Bissendu Jr. You don't wrong Man United for terminating, but acting like he is the problem and cause for this is a crime, says Ballon d'Or. Well, definitely he's not the problem, but it's a big problem when you've got one of your star players doing interviews with Piers Morgan saying he don't respect the manager, mate. That's a problem, you know. So he's not the biggest problem at United. No, you know, the Glazers' ownership, the management. But what he's done is definitely a problem for the team. Any shout for giving Rashi the number 7, says Lowry TV. I mean, I don't really see the need, but there you go. Mark Harris says City should sign him and loan him out to Burnley, says Mark Harris. What's up, Rajat Felicia? How you doing? Real not have striker pig. Benzema's injured. Well, okay, Lillis United. Interesting shout. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's an interesting shout. How you doing, Roy the Boy Kino? Not too shabby, lad. Thanks for asking. Jonathan Gallagher says, Chris Ryan parking the bus versus Fulham. Is that acceptable? Well, it's early days, isn't it? Rome wasn't built in a day, Johnny Gallagher. You've got to give Ten Hag time to adapt, to play to a new style. Because, you know, you can't expect to just completely change things overnight. You need the players to do it as well. If you've got faith in your players to play a certain system, then you can do that system. But if not, then maybe you can't. Sancho should get the 7. Give him some responsibility. Yes, mate. Now you're talking. Jadon Sancho's number at Borussia Dortmund. He's a candidate, isn't he? Hello there, Jonathan Jackson. How you keeping, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Get Milinkovic-Savic legend, says Abjif. Garnacho 7. You do have your doubts that the Glazers will sign anyone in January, but if they don't, that will be the final nail in the coffin, says account centre-back. Yep. Ten Hag's had 5 months, sack him, says Madhouse. I mean, it's a ridiculous statement because Ten Hag's probably about where he should be with the team and stuff based on the other teams that are further ahead of us in the Premier League and the managers they've got and things like that. You know, he's ahead of Kloppy. He's in, what is he? Where are we? 5th? You know, he's probably about where he should be at this stage, considering it was always going to take him time to turn the fortunes of Man United around. Look at the first 2 games of the season, etc. So it's going to take us time to actually get things going, I think. Madhouse says, joking. I know you're joking. Cantona, Becky says, Night Whisper, you can give Garnacho, to be honest, the lad deserves it. I don't think he does deserve it, Roy the boy. I'm going to be honest. Look, he's a great young player. He's going to be an amazing talent. But he doesn't deserve the number 7 shirt after a few decent performances as a sub come off the bench, mate. Let's be honest. The iconic number 7, you're going to give it to Alejandro Garnacho. It's too soon. Too soon, mate. Too soon. One day, yes, but too soon right now. These people saying sack Ten Hag are just Ronaldo fangos. They aren't United fans, says AB. Fair play, you might be right. Give the 7 to Maguire. It'll give him confidence, says Mason. Jonathan says, is Ten Hag getting the best out of everyone? No, but I'd say he's getting the best out of most of them. Luke Shaw was crap last season. All of a sudden, he's great under Ten Hag. Rashford was crap last season. This season, he's great under Ten Hag. Lissandro looks like an absolute butcher. Anthony's had a great start to his career, being brought in by Ten Hag. Most of the players have stepped up. There's a few problems, but most of the players have stepped up. No, he doesn't deserve it yet, Sharif, but one day. Right, okay. How is the new manager, Tino Ronaldo? What do you mean there, Night Whisper? Okay, guys, so, yes, there's the news anyway. I just thought, got to jump on and discuss it. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo, the statements coming out, obviously, just to clarify it one more time for you. The statement from Manchester United reads that Cristiano Ronaldo is set to leave Manchester United by mutual agreement with immediate effect. The club thanks him for his immense contribution across 2 spells at Old Trafford, scoring 145 goals in 346 appearances, and wishes him and his family well for the future. Everyone at Manchester United remains focused on continuing the team's progress under Erik ten Hag and working together to deliver this on the pitch. And then the statement from Cristiano Ronaldo reads, following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United and I love the fans. That will never change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. I wish the team every success for the remainder of this season and for the future. And he's not getting a payoff. That's been confirmed. It's just a mutual termination, so no money being paid to him or anything. No payoff for Ronaldo. Of course not, because he wants to go and he's disgraced us in some ways. And we're obviously just mutually agreeing to part ways at no cost. So that's the latest, guys. Ronaldo is no longer a Manchester United player as of right now. From immediate effect, he's no longer a Manchester United player. Ronaldo has gone. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to wrap this vid up because I've got to eat something and get on for the France game in 30-odd minutes. So please do us a massive favour, though, before you go. Smash that like button. Hit the like on it. It's free. Give us a boost up there and help us compete with clickbait wankers and corporation channels. Also, drop a little subscribe if it's your first time on the channel. Hit the old bell icon for notifications so you get the latest reports and updates coming through. We are going to be back on for the France Australia game very shortly, everybody. So go and check it out here, guys. Watch along is here in a little while. Oh, also, guys, please do us a favour. Check this article. Griffo Chaz has just put it on our website. Ronaldo article about the news. Click that article. It's at the top of the link. Cheers, Griffo, lad. That is the latest article. Go and give it a read, guys. Go and give it a read. That's Griffo's handiwork right there. He's covering the latest news on the website. Thank you, Griffo. Cheers, Chris Scragg. Thank you, the Judge. 1897 says, good stuff, mate. Not even a United fan. Thank you, the Judge. I appreciate you, Judge. Cheers, everyone. Tony, Andrew, Harshit, John, Night Whisper, Bradley, Mr. Leo G, Night Whisper, McKay, Butterpants, Harshit, Tony, Eamon, Lillis, Chris, the Judge, Drew, Jonathan Gallagher, Rashmano, Tony, Kashito, Hashish, Alex Core. Also, we've got Sylvester Nyanga, Julie Addison, Chris Ryan, Fire Up, Andrew, and everybody, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Come back after this video is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo. But that is the end of the stream. Thank you for being here. Back in literally a short amount of time, very short amount of time, guys. We'll be back with the watch along for the France versus Australia game. So come back for that. It should redirect you there at the end of this stream. So go and smash a like on that before it starts. Come and join us in half an hour for the watch along for the World Cup. But there's the news, guys. Ronaldo no longer a United player, guys. It's a sad day, but also it's a good day because he did sort of let us down there with his actions and statements about Ten Hag and the players and everything publicly in such a public forum like that. And basically broke the internet and broke Manchester United there. I agree with some of what he said, but I cannot get over the Ten Hag comments and the teammate comments and that kind of thing. He's definitely manoeuvred his way out of this football club, and good riddance. We don't need anybody that is not wanting to be here or that is 100% invested in this football club. No one's bigger than the football club, not even Cristiano Ronaldo. He may be the most famous person on the planet with the biggest following in the world. Doesn't matter. Nobody's more important than Manchester United Football Club. It's just a shame that we've got such shit owners and we can't truly start on a new, fresh future here. We've still got the same problems, even with Ronaldo going. The owners are still here, but hopefully one day we can say that will be different. Thank you for getting in here, but a new era begins. Ronaldo goes. New strikers are going to have to come in January. We'll let you know all the latest news and stuff whenever it comes out. If there's any more information on this mutual termination, we'll also let you know if there's any more news on Manchester United looking for a new striker in January, which I'm sure they'll be doing, maybe even two. I'm sure they'll be doing as we speak over the next 5 weeks in order to get ready for that January transfer window when they can bring somebody in. There you go, Chris Coote, inevitable in the end. Cheers, guys. Mikhayu, thank you all the mods, Johnny, Rushy, and all the legends. Let's get some hashtag Glazers outs in there. And let's get, I guess, some Sues in there for maybe the last time. Let's rain down Sues to remember Ronaldo as a great player for us last season and the 7 years prior that he was here, or the 6 years prior that he was here before. He was a great player for us. Unfortunately, though, he's let us down this season. He's thrown his toys out of the pram. He's too big of an ego. He doesn't like Ten Hag's approach. Ten Hag doesn't like Ronaldo's ego, and they just clash, and it's impossible to continue on. So good luck to him, but also, wouldn't it be funny if he went somewhere and they just put him on the bench? Cheers, guys. Thank you. Hey, Neil Duff, and I hope you're doing great, bud. Yep, good luck to Ronaldo. He's been a brilliant servant for United for previous years, but recently he's just, I can't get behind what he said about Ten Hag and all that. So see you later on, son. He's undermined the manager, undermined the team. We've got to move on. It's the right decision from Manchester United. So, it's the right decision from Manchester United, definitely. Watch along France, Australia. Yes, I'm going to put it in the live chat now, guys. There it is right there. Everybody click that link. Go and smash a like on the watch along for the France versus Australia game. That's the end of the show. Appreciate you all, guys. Come back after this is finished and comment your thoughts on Ronaldo as well in the not live comments, and we'll see you there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com as well for your latest news. Also, check out the merch store, flyingpigclothing.com, if you want to buy a Glazers Out t-shirt or anything like that. But that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you very shortly for the France-Australia watch-along. See you in half an hour, guys. Catch you soon. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. See!